They were known as the Daughters of Fire in Umuezike, Olebube Mamadoka, and Ifunanya Okeke, best friends from childhood. They prayed like warriors, sang like angels, danced like David. Everyone thought they would grow old serving God side by side. But behind Ifunanya's smile lived a storm no one saw coming. From childhood, Oluebube was always the light. People noticed her first. Her voice was louder in worship. Her name was always called in thanksgiving. She didn't ask for attention, she just carried grace. And grace, if not properly handled, can provoke envy. When Kelechi Ono arrived from Enugu, fire followed him. He was a youth pastor with depth, vision, and a clean heart. Every girl in church began praying with new fire. Ifunanya was sure he was her divine partner. They started talking after choir practice. She gave him a scarf on his birthday. She fasted for 7 days, sowed a seed, and even dreamed that he was her husband. Then came the announcement. Kelechi and Olwebube were courting, just like that. No signs, no hints, just a ring and a testimony in church. Ifunanya felt something tear inside her. She smiled, clapped, hugged Olwebube, but something died. Here's what no one else knew. Ifunanya held Olwebube's deepest secret. 2 years ago, when Olwebube's uncle from Lagos visited, something happened. Something shameful. A dark family secret. A betrayal. Olwebube confided only in Ifunanya. It nearly destroyed her faith. Only prayer and fasting brought her back to life. And now, Ifunanya held the one thing that could ruin her. She didn't plan to use it until pain turned to hate, and hate turned to revenge. The night before Oluwebube's bridal shower, Ifunanya leaked an anonymous confession on a fake blog page titled The Hidden Sin of a Church Girl. It was written like a testimony, but it painted Oluwebube as a manipulator who slept with her uncle for money and used witchcraft to attract Kelechi. The post went viral in the community. Church members whispered, elders became silent. Even Kelechi began to doubt her. Olwebube was disgraced. She cancelled the bridal shower, fell into depression, stopped attending rehearsals. Her parents begged her to speak, but she was too crushed. Only her mother knew what happened years ago and how long she had fought to forgive. One night, after a youth video, a tech brother who ran the church media department approached Kelechi and said, that blog, I traced the IP address. It came from a phone registered in Ifunanya's name. He brought receipts. Even more shocking, Ifunanya had scheduled the post weeks before the engagement. She had been waiting, hoping, planning. At the next Sunday service, Pastor Chike stood on the altar and called both girls forward. He was silent for a moment, then read the blog aloud. The congregation listened in horror. Then he said, the writer is here and she has something to say. Ifunanya was shocked and surprised how they found out the truth. She fell to her knees, confessed everything. How she hated always being second. How she couldn't take Oluwebube being loved again. How she twisted her pain into poison. The whole church was stunned. Oluwebube stood motionless. Tears ran down her face. Then she whispered, I forgive you, but I don't trust you anymore. And she walked out. The wedding was postponed. Kelechi needed time. Ifunanya was suspended indefinitely. She entered counseling. Months passed. Olebube healed slowly. She eventually married Kelechi in a private ceremony. No drums, no noise, just peace. Ifunanya disappeared for a while. When she returned, she shared her story on a youth podcast titled What Jealousy Made Me Do. She became a warning, a voice for broken women who secretly compared, competed, and envied. They're no longer friends, but both are living testimonies. Some betrayals don't come from enemies, they come from those who know your secrets. your weakness, your past. Guard your spirit. Watch your circle. And if you feel bitterness rising, run to God before it turns you into something you're not.